The name of the Redeemer is not Jesus. The connection between pagan deities like Isis, Tammuz, Zeus, and Zeus to the figure of Jesus is a common subject in comparative mythology. That's what they're going to try and write it off as. And esoteric studies, often suggesting that the narrative of Jesus was influenced by older, dying, and rising fertility god myths, while mainstream scholarly consensus often disputes direct causal links in favor of coincidental archetypes or thematic parallels. Proponents of this theory trace the line of thematic evolution: Isis to Tammuz, Tammuz to Zeus, Zeus to Zeus, Zeus to Jesus. The Pagan Connections chart, deities and parallels. This chart outlines commonly proposed thematic connections to comparative mythology. Deity, culture, roles, key parallels to Jesus' story. Isis, Egyptian mother goddess, nursing her son, Horus, forming the Madonna and child archetype adopted by early Christianity. Notice how they're telling you truth. Adopted. Tammuz, Babylonian fertility god, shepherd who died and rose again, resurrected by Ishtar. Zeus, Greek sky king god, often argued in fringe theories that Zeus, or Jesus, Jesus derives from Iau, Zeus, Hail Zeus, though linguists dispute this. Zeus, Celtic and Gaulish god, associated with trees and thunder, sometimes linked via superficial phonetic, based on Phoenician background, similarities to Jesus, though roles differ. Jesus, Judean and Christian Savior, the final synthesis in this story combining the shepherd, Tammuz, divine son, Isis, and king, Zeus and Zeus, archetypes, detailed connections, Isis to Jesus via Horus. Scholars note that the cult of Isis, who nursed her son Horus, likely influenced early Christian iconography of the Virgin Mary nursing Jesus. The story of Isis resurrecting her husband Osiris also shares themes with the resurrection narrative. Tammuz to Jesus. Tammuz is a classic dying and rising vegetation god worshipped in Babylon, often mourned by women in rituals that included bringing him back to life, similar to the annual mourning and joy in Easter's traditions. Zeus to Jesus. Proponents of this connection argue that early Christianity incorporated Greek paganism, suggesting Zeus or Jesus is a transformation of Sus, Zeus. However, this is largely considered pseudo-scholarship, with mainstream scholars identifying Jesus as a Greek transliteration of the Hebrew Yeshua. They're telling truth in the first section, they're lying to you at the bottom section. Learn to read between the lines. Zeus to Jesus. Some theories compare the Celtic god Zeus to Jesus, due to its connection with trees and sacrifice. He was depicted among willow branches, arguing a thematic link to the crucifixion on a wooden cross. Common themes, the archetype. Many of these figures represent a dying and rising archetype, a sun god, or a shepherd figure, which critics of Christianity suggest were assimilated into the story of Jesus as detailed. So this can only mean that the true name of the Redeemer is Yahusha. You can find his identity under Joshua. Allow me to show you. Okay, so remember how I said how they heard the true name of he who formed all things. They did the same with Joshua, right? They gave us a counterfeit transliteration, Yehoshua, and they also gave us the correct one. The one on the left is your counterfeit. Yad, Hey, Or, Shin, Or, Ayin. Right? The one on your right is the true name, the true identity. Yahusha, Yad, Hey, Or, Shin, Ayin. Yah, Hu, Sha. Yahu, Sha. Yahu, Sha. Right? I'm going to go ahead and take you to the chart again. Here we go. You got Yod or Yod. You got He or Hey. Vav, sometimes Wa or Ua. Then you come down here. Shin and Ayin. Let's go look at the sound chart now. You got Yad, Hey, Or, Shin, Ayin. Yahu, Shah. Yahusha. That is the name of the Redeemer, folks. Until next time, Mashpaha. Shalom.